So I kind of want to just really vent in this video. I've been pretty frustrated by this for a very long time, since it's been happening for a very long time with Dragon Ball. But when it comes to the dub, I do not understand why Dragon Ball gets treated like absolute garbage compared to every other anime series out there. And Dragon Ball is like one of the biggest, if not like the biggest, most profitable, series out there. Not just for anime, but for everything. Video games, merchandise. Like, it would be in your best interest if you're in charge of getting a dub out, which is a preference that a lot of people have, including myself, right? You would haul ass to do it, and they absolutely could do it, okay? And I'm going to show proof in this video, later on here, but let's just talk about this again. This is just more of like a rant. I've just been frustrated about it, and it's annoying, but let's talk about this, because I know I'm not the only one. I've seen a lot of people express their dislike of how Dragon Ball gets handled, and I don't know if it's Toei or if it's Crunchyroll. I'm assuming it's gonna be all on Toei. Not anything against the voice actors. They're doing a great job. I watched the first episode of, actually the first 3 episodes of Dragon Ball Daima's English dub in theaters, and I thought it was really, really good. Stephanie is back as Kid Goku. She was the original voice of Kid Goku back in, OG Dragon Ball. She did Teen Gohan / Kid Gohan's voice. Like, she's very iconic, and hearing that voice back in Dragon Ball, it just takes you back, right? For those of you that watch the original dub, not with Colleen, who she does a great job. I don't have anything against her. I know some people are like, oh, I don't like that voice for Gohan and Kid Goku now, but I think she did fine this whole time. I never really had that much of an issue with it, but I do prefer Stephanie's voice because that's just what I grew up with. Okay, whether you say it's nostalgia or not, I just felt like that voice fit Goku better, and Colleen's fit Kid Gohan better. But you can disagree with me. But I'm going off topic here. Do you know how many episodes of Dragon Ball Daima's dub got released yesterday? Okay, yesterday was the official release of it publicly for everybody. Just take a guess, all right? Just take a guess. I'm pretty sure you already know because you just saw it, right? 1 episode? You gotta be fucking kidding me with this shit, bro. This is unacceptable. Like, we are 13 episodes in. This shit is gonna be done by the time that the dub catches up to like episode 5, bro. Do you know how bad that is? And it's been worse, all right? Don't get me wrong, it's been worse. I'll bring up some examples and go over it. But you had the first 3 episodes already up in November. You had that shit ready. We watched it. I literally went to the theaters. I actually went twice. I went the first time. I don't know what it was at this Cinemark that I went to. Fuck them. I'm just joking. It's not their fault. Actually, it could have been. I don't know. I don't know the situation. Something happened. I was sitting there with, some people in my family, and I was like, all right, let's watch this Dragon Ball Daima dub or whatever. And dog, the lady comes out and goes, I don't know what's going on, but we don't have the movie yet. It's like, what? What does that even mean? What do you mean you don't have the movie? This was I think on the 12th. This was the last day of release. So I don't understand how they didn't have the movie. Like, I could understand if it was like the first day, if it was November 10th when I went to go see this. But no, I saw it on the 12th. And I was like, dog, what? Or actually, no, it was it was the 11th. My bad. The 12th was the one that actually worked that I got to go see. But yeah, I thought that was just ridiculous. Again, that's just something else that happened. But I don't know. When it comes to the dub, I am just unlucky with it, I guess. Because that was horrible. But the fact that this shit only has 1 episode when they have 3 of them literally ready right now. Like, I can understand if they didn't have anything else ready, which they absolutely do. I heard some talk going around that they're up until episode like 8 or 9 with the dub right now. Like, they already have it ready, but for whatever reason, they're choosing not to release all of it at once. And I know some people are like, oh, I don't like it whenever they do too many episodes at one time. Like, there was a big problem with Netflix anime doing that, or just Netflix in general. JoJo's Part 6, which great series. I very much enjoyed it. That they would just batch release those episodes, right? and people did not like that. Okay, they liked what they had during the previous format for part 5, which was, I think, on Fridays or like Saturdays or something like that. And hey, you know, it is what it is, but I think this is the exception because we're already 13 episodes in. I'm pretty sure everybody wants to get caught up on the dub as soon as possible. And again, I'm not expecting them to release all 13 episodes dubbed. I'm not even expecting them to release all 9 episodes, as great as that would be, and I would appreciate if they could do that, right? But at least drop the first 3. Right? I expected at least that. There's literally no reason why 3 episodes are done and you're only releasing 1 of them. The only reason I can think of is if you're being like, if Crunchyroll is just being a greedy piece of shit, which, yeah, that's probably the case, where they're like, oh, well, if we release them slowly over a weekly period with the dub, it's going to get more people to be subscribed longer to our service or whatever. But it's like, let's be real, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do right now, because this seems to be the case with how this anime is going to be releasing. Don't do that. Don't even watch it, all right? Don't even watch the dub, even if you're excited for the dub. Watching the first episode wasn't even that good anyways, right? It was, you know, it's just introduction, blah, 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 right? It definitely, you know, like I said, the dub sounds great. It definitely sounds very good. I said the first 3 episodes sounded great, but again, the first 3 episodes of Daima weren't all that good. They were. It was just like, okay, just basic introduction, nothing exciting yet. It's not until like episode like 4 and I guess 6 and then 8 and then obviously 12 that it gets like peak. So yeah, don't even wait for the dub to catch up to, you know, watch this shit on Crunchyroll. Fuck Crunchyroll, all right? They can suck a dick at this point in time. But no, in all seriousness, like, that's fine if you want to stay subscribed to this service. If you're trying to watch the sub, at least watch the sub, right? But don't wait for the dub. For those of you that are not going to watch the sub and you're going to wait for the dub, do not wait for it, okay? Wait until the entire dub fully airs. Like, I'm talking about all 28 episodes. So in like 20 weeks from now, just wait for that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not even gonna watch it. Like I said, I watched all 3 of them, but I didn't even rewatch it because it's like I already saw it, right? But yeah, I don't care to watch any of this shit in the dub until it fully gets shown, because once that happens, I can just binge watch it in literally like a day or 2, right? 20 episodes, easy. I could finish that in 2 days, right? If I lock in, I can knock out some anime pretty quickly, and I've been doing that, right? So the reason why this is so annoying is because, look at this, okay? Shout out to Laser Kid Prime, okay? This is a baffling choice. Only episodes 1 through 3 were in the theaters dubbed months ago. Right now we have a same-day dub for Dr. Stone, possibly the greatest alchemist of all time, Zenshu, Magic Maker, How to Make Magic in Another World, and several more lagging only 2 weeks behind the subs. This is an absolute fact, and it's extremely annoying to see how every other new anime that comes out that aren't even all that, like, super popular, nothing against some of these anime, I know, you know, some of them a lot of people like, right? But Dragon Ball is massive. All right, this shit's huge. So how are you not having that dub caught up as soon as possible when, again, a lot of people prefer the dub over the sub? There are a lot of people love the sub and will watch the sub, okay? And this is nothing against the sub. In this whole video, please don't take this as me saying like, oh, I don't like the sub or anything. I prefer the dub, but I absolutely will watch the sub as well and still enjoy it. Like, I have nothing wrong with voice acting in sub. That's not the issue. My main issue with sub is I just don't like having to read the text and try to focus on the anime. Okay, I don't know if I have like some type of spectrum, like I'm on the spectrum of like ADHD or something like that, but I definitely have like a very short attention span, okay? So when I'm trying to focus, it's very hard for me to focus on reading and watching at the same time. I know there's a meme, and we talk about this joke all the time, Dragon Ball fans can't read, but that 100% applies to me, because I can read, but like it's very hard for me to focus, and I'm not being funny about this, I'm being dead serious. Like, there are times where I'm watching a subbed anime, and I've watched a lot of subbed anime, right? And I still enjoy it, and I still will continue to watch them if there's no dub, right? But there have been many times where I would have to rewind to see, or pause to see what they're saying and try to process all that real quickly. And again, people are gonna laugh at me. I already know, like, oh, what's wrong with you? Seriously, I think I have some type of like ADHD or some type of like hyperfixation, or I don't know. I've never gotten it diagnosed or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure I have something like that because I've always been like that since I was a kid. Okay, so I know that's off topic. That's a skill issue. Okay. But I'm just saying that's just me, okay? That's why I like the dub, because I can just, it's auditory. I can just hear everything that they're saying, and I can watch. Like, I don't see what's like the big problem with that. Even if the dub sucks, I'll still watch it. I will still watch it in the dub, okay? Eventually, I go back and rewatch most of the anime that I really liked in a sub, just to hear the differences, and sometimes they change things in the dub, sometimes they do. So I want to see what the original text has to say, right? But I'm just saying, okay, like, I love my anime and dub. Like, I will sacrifice anything, anyone, so that I could watch the Dragon Ball Daima dub in its entirety, at least caught up right now, okay? Because this is just ridiculous how, like, for example, Dandadan, which another very fun anime that I watched recently, it's done. There were only 12 episodes. I'm very sad that it was so short, but there's a season 2 coming. That got dub released the same day. It was literally simulcast, or like 1 day behind, okay? I think at maximum it was like 1 day behind. My Hero Academia, usually at the same exact time, maybe like a couple of weeks behind, right? Most popular anime or anime that are brand new get a simulcast, okay? And I know the voice actors, you know, they're hard at work doing it, you know, respect, and I appreciate them, but what the fuck is Toei doing to the point where they just do they hate the dub? I think they just hate Dragon Ball. It's not even about the dub anymore. I'm pretty sure Toei, they just hate this series for whatever reason. I don't know if it's because they feel like it's old and it's not making them as much money anymore, and they just like want to, you know, push for One Piece constantly or whatever. But it's like Toei, like, at this point in time, I don't even see them as like an animation studio that even gives a shit about Dragon Ball. Like, please give Dragon Ball to someone else, some other studio that has a passion for this series and actually loves this series and wants to see it do at its peak, right? Because what the fuck are y'all doing? And again, Daima is gorgeous, it looks amazing and everything, but it's like they are just fucking up like everything on it. Promotion was bad, you know, this dub release is bad. Like, come on, man. Like, the anime itself is fire. You have this great anime right now, and you're not doing it justice. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but let's just talk about how the dub has been for Dragon Ball, at least recently, in more recent times, since Battle of Gods, okay? This aired in 2013, I think in like spring or summer of 2013 in Japan. So we have to wait a full year for the dub, okay? Which that is a long time, and that sucks, that's awful. But, you know, it is what it is, right? Then Resurrection F, okay, August 4th, 2015. I think it was also spring of 2015 in Japan. So only a few months is getting better, right? Nope. When Dragon Ball Super, the actual anime, okay, and that's why it's like we do gotta appreciate that. I don't want to say even appreciate, but the Daima dub is nothing compared to how the Super dub was. Holy shit, we had to wait almost 2 years for the dub to go up for Dragon Ball Super, because this shit, first episode dropped in 2015 in Japan. So they were already at, I think they were at like the Goku Black arc, or they were getting to that point. Like, they just finished up the Universe 6 tournament, or they were like in the middle of it or whatever. Like, we were getting to Goku Black almost at this point. Like, we were definitely getting there. That just blows my mind how bad that was. Now, let me say this. The best time it was to be a Dragon Ball fan for the dub was when the Broly movie dropped. This shit shows how they can haul ass if they really wanted to make sure that a dub release was almost at the same exact time as the sub release, okay? Japan's release, I believe, was in November of 2018. USA release, worldwide or whatever, English dub, January of 2019. Only a couple of months, maybe not even, like 1 month. I think it was 1 month. Okay, because when it released in November, that was like the world premiere for like special thing where they had it at like, I think some like Chinese theater or whatever in like LA or something like that. And that was in dub too. I just remember that. Yeah, I recall it was also in dub. There were people that went to go see the movie before it even released. Okay, the Broly movie, I think it actually released in December. So that's my mistake. December release. I'm talking in Japan for the public in Japan to go watch it, right? They had the shit dubbed before people in Japan even saw the movie in sub. Or not even sub, but they saw the Japanese version of it. The dub was already done. They can do it. They can do it. And for the super anime, when it comes to like a weekly anime that's like, you know, not already like done. Like for example, like Daima's done. All right. There's no like, oh, let's go out there and like, you know, finish a couple of top shot. Maybe they're, I don't know. But I doubt that. I'm pretty sure the anime is just like done. And they're just releasing the episodes weekly right now, right? Super was different because it was on this schedule and like they were still animating stuff or whatever. So it's like, I can understand them being a little bit behind because of the schedule, and it was a very long series. It was like 130 episodes or whatever. And like Boruto, for example, and like One Piece, those are always behind on the dub for many, many episodes. But this is different because Dragon Ball Daima, this is like the first time like a Dragon Ball anime is kind of like, in a sense, kind of similar to like a seasonal anime, like Undead Unluck, for example, 24 episodes, right? And that got caught up with the dub pretty quickly, okay? So it's like, this is ridiculous, man. Like, why can't we go back to this? You guys had this shit in the bag. What happened? Like, the Broly movie was literally the best movie ever. Like, everything was perfection with this. Like, there was not a single issue with this. The promotion was perfection. The English dub release was on time and good. It was also a great English dub. The movie was fantastic. Like, this, they cooked. Why can they not replicate everything with this with modern Dragon Ball? Because Superhero, we thought we were getting this shit at the same time, but Superhero, we waited another like 3 months again. And that's why everybody got spoiled on Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, Cell Max, and all that shit. Because they had to make us wait another 3 months for it to come out in the US. And it's not even like, oh, well, we're just waiting for the dub. No, they just release it publicly for everyone at the same exact time. Other anime movies, I'm pretty sure, have done that before. Even if it's in the sub, that's fine. I will watch it in the sub as long as you release it at the same exact time. This released in Japan in June of 2022. They could have easily just said, hey, we're going to send that shit your way, Americans, you know, worldwide, and you can drop that shit in your theaters. And everybody can have fun and enjoy this at the same time and not get fucking spoiled in the first, before the movie even came out. The movie was like an hour before it even released for people to go watch. And people were already spoiling this shit. Oh my god. Dragon Ball is a mess, man. Modern Dragon Ball, what's going on, man? I love this series to death. It's literally my favorite fucking series of all time. But this shit, man, it's so disappointing. And keep in mind, throughout this whole video and everything, there are a lot bigger problems going on in the world right now. This is nothing compared to what's going on. Now, I'm not trying to get into that or anything. You know, y'all be safe out there with all the shit that's going on. But man, like, you know, just me making Dragon Ball content like daily and everything, and like this kind of stuff, I'm very passionate about Dragon Ball. I love Dragon Ball so much. And this, it hurts, man. It hurts to see a series you love not get the love it deserves. I don't know, I don't think I'm the only person that feels this way, but, you know, you can disagree with me if you want to. Comment down below. If you want to vent, I'm here to read your shit, right? I'm here for you, right? I feel you. All right, peace out.
This is Broly, and you are watching SLOplays. Make sure to subscribe, or else I'll destroy your entire planet.